to take your seats? Whoever's standing, who needs to stand may stand. Yeah, sure. See, good content can reach the audiences only through good producers. If they are backing it, that's when good content can come to us. And can we please have the producers on stage? Bhushan Kumar, Jackie Bagnani, Deepshika Deshmukh, Sandeep Singh, and Krishan Kumar on stage. And may I also call upon the co-producers of the film, Ajay Kapoor, Priya Gupta, Vanita Omar Kumar, Rajesh Singh, and the DOP, Kiran Deohans on stage, please. Can we have the photo begin now? Thank you. Before we ask the media to ask questions, I have a few questions myself.
And from therein, when you get a team like this to work with together, that's the fire that propels us. That's what keeps us excited and working as hard as we do, because we have genuinely really slogged every, I can't even say waking day, because there was hardly a sliver between the waking and the sleeping, because you're just going literally round the clock, immense pace. I still remember the first he said, "Ho payega, Umang? Are you serious? We'll do it, we'll do it, we'll do it." It was happened all along, and only we know how we've all come together. And if there's anything that the entire team needs an applause from us to ourselves, let alone begging you all to do so, is for the way this film has been made. That is our victory. That's our joy. And just today, the expressions on all our faces, we could see ours, we could not see behind. We heard you all. But we're all like, once more. Because we are all so happy with what we've just had a glimpse of. It's all our efforts, we worked really hard. That's our greatest award, and that's what's most exciting, to get that feeling at the end of every day of hard work and at the end of seeing the results of our efforts. That's the greatest award. Awards we graciously accept, we appreciate, we feel good for that minute. But it is the proof of the pudding. The film itself, our work and our efforts itself, that is our couple of months of effort. That's our life. You know, we all are living our lives virtually through our work, our every day, and that's being documented in pieces of cinema. And that's what is the greatest award we can ask for, and that's what's most meaningful to life.
Thank you so much. Randeep Hooda, you're a fantastic actor. I mean, what more can I say? It's very difficult to actually, and as actors, you know, you guys do different sort of characters. Weight loss kar liya, weight gain kar liya. I mean, personally, I want to know, how do you lose so much weight and then you do the other things that you do, and with such finesse and honesty? How did you do it?
It was easy. I do it every day.
Sure. Yeah.
The hard part of the character, of course, weight loss and all that is something we had decided, and it took a lot of willpower to achieve that. But the hardest part of the character was the fact that a lot is known and documented about Dalbir Kaur. Not much is known about him and his prison life. So that, to keep it true and to keep it within the script and keep it as honest as possible, and to go through the suffering he did for 23 years, where out of that 18 years, he was locked up in chains and was in a Kal Kotri. So imagining all that was the harder part, and with Umang and as a co-conspirator, it was very easy, and I feel that everybody in the cast has done a fantastic job, and I'm very proud to be a part of this movie. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Randeep.
For our company. And this is such meaningful cinema, and we wanted that space. So when Umang brought the script to us, and when we went through it, we literally had tears in our eyes. And that's the reason the trailer has left me shocked on the big screen. You know, I am out of words, but that's the reason we all decided to go with this film.
Right. Bhushan ji, kya baat? Like the music that you make.
People used to know us with musicals, but after Baby, we changed our perception by making Baby and then going on to Airlift, which audience and everybody liked a lot. So, and this SARBJIT is again a very real and true story, and I'm sure everybody will love it and give that kind of respect and love to this film. And we are very proud to work with the entire team of SARBJIT, especially the National Award-winning director, Mr. Bhushan Kumar, who has given Maricom. And I've seen some visuals of the film, and I can't explain. You have to see to believe it. Thank you.
What were your challenges and what was so interesting about the character?
For me, I read the script. It took me about 2 days. And I understood the weight of my character. Of course, it's supporting these two primary characters. But my deep down belief is that, I feel like politicians have kind of failed to create peace. So it's only up to artists and musicians and writers. And honestly, it sounds very like whatever, preachy, but that's really my core belief, that it's only via films like these that we can possibly reach out and create some kind of... this film is about the human side of, the human casualty of conflict, whether it's India, Pakistan, or terrorism, or whatever. But it's the lives behind the statistics. And that's what really interested me. And of course, the director, the writer who I know, and the incredible cast. I've worked with Randeep before, and I'm sweating because I'm intimidated by him always. but I'm really proud to be a part of this film.
Very well said. Thank you about your role, about the challenging parts of it. It's an emotional film, it's a serious film. Yes, over to you, sir.
I would like to say thanks to Umang sir and Sandeep sir, Vanita ji, for giving me this chance to work in this film. Such a beautiful story. I just love the story. And I got a chance to work with versatile actors like Ash, Randeep, Richa. It was such an amazing journey, I would like to say. And I'm playing Awais Sheikh, a Pakistani lawyer. I think he's a fighter. A common man did an extraordinary thing for humanity. So, जो मैंने role ये पढ़ते, I felt like, wow, this I have to do it. And it was such a nice journey. And I just love the film.
Thank you so much, Darshan Kumar. Thank you.
The story struck a chord with me as soon as I heard it. And I know Umang sir for a long, long time. And even before he made Maricom. And I always believed that this man will be one of the biggest directors we'll ever see. Also, this story is about a relationship between brother and sister. And I know for a fact that मैं अपनी बहन के लिए कुछ भी कर सकता हूँ. और मैं ये confidently कह सकता हूँ कि वो भी मेरे लिए कुछ भी करेगी. I know Ash.
जेल में बंद होना पड़ेगा उसके लिए.
और मैं Ash को जानता हूँ. And Randeep, I'm a big fan of. मैंने 60 किलो कम किए हैं, लेकिन मैंने तो हीरो बनने के लिए किया था. But जो आपने किया है, hats off. Richa, outstanding. Darshan, Bhushan sir, we all know you're a tycoon. So I'm just happy that I'm a small part of this. But I just want to say that there's a man called Sandeep who's also...
Sorry, it occurred to me. It wasn't premeditated. It's something we as a team genuinely, emotionally feel, believe. And I think before we start, let's just... as a mark of respect, maintain a minute of silence for SARBJIT himself. Because 3 years ago, I think we were also busy in our lives. It probably was something we as Indians read in the papers, but continued with our lives as was. So let's maintain a minute of silence for him, for Kirpal Singh Ji this week, whose sad demise has been reported, and for a cast member of our movie who essays the role of Darji, who passed away.
Ram Murthy Sharma.
Ram Murthy Sharma. He played the role of our father, and he passed away a couple of weeks ago. So please join us in paying our respects. Thank you. Please continue.
Thank you. So, Umang sir, Mary Kom and now there's SARBJIT, both of them biopics. Were they specifically designed like that, or?
No, I mean, I've said this before also. It's not specifically designed that if one biopic runs, I'm supposed to make another one. It just so happened that Sandeep came with the idea to me that this is a fantastic subject, please have a look. Once I saw it online, I was so mesmerized by Dalbir Kaur and the story that I said, okay, I have to do this film. And it hit me somewhere, I said, my God, this is a hard-hitting story and a life that people know of, but they don't know the depth of it. And that's why I thought we should make this film.
Aishwarya Rai Bachchan, the hardest part of playing SARBJIT, because entirely in the movie, it's emotional, it's draining. It must have been really difficult for you to essay the character, but I would like to ask you, how difficult, how challenging was the role of SARBJIT Kaur? Dalbir Kaur.
To begin with, when Umang came to me with the subject, it was an immediate yes. He's already shared that with you. Because when you hear the story, I mean, I'm sure you all already got the feeling, the vibe of it when you saw the trailer right now. How can we walk away from being a part of telling the story and sharing it with everybody, especially the human story? We are all familiar with the reportage, and thank you all for doing what you do day in and day out. But nevertheless, there are a lot of, as I started out saying today, that we all still individually as Indians continue with our lives. We do get affected, we do get disturbed, but we don't necessarily can possibly experience or take the minute out to experience how just an incident can completely change the dynamic of a family, can change the lives of a family. And it was important to be part of that narrative and to share it with us Indians. SARBJIT's life cannot go, his story cannot go unknown. And Dalbir fought for over 23 years relentlessly. I mean, this kind of sibling love and commitment, the lady's capacity to be SARBJIT for his family, to be SARBJIT's Dalbir Penji for him, to be Darji's spirit and strength to be able to keep the fight on going is just a commendable, unbelievable spirit. And there, I think, adjectives fall short to describe that spirit which exists in so many households of our country and worldwide. So this story needed to be told. And thank you, Umang, for bringing it to me. Thank you, Utkarshini, for writing the way that you have. And thanks to the whole team.
This film, Vanita Kumar, this film looks the way it looks because of her, not because of Umang sir.
And
These
please
two.
call Utkarshini up also. Utkarshini, come on up.
Kiran
You
sir.
deserve to be here.
And Kiran sir, sorry sir.
Kiran sir, yeah, he's
Kiran sir has made the frames
And-
come alive.
And
Absolutely.
when you want weight tips lost, please, you can come to me. Thanks.
Thank you for Sandeep. And I just wanted to ask you the reasons why you thought you should be producing Sarbjit.
I think everybody has spoken about it.
Absolutely.
So
Do you-
I'll just
do-
say
yeah.
it has taken 17 years of my life to be in the industry to produce one film. And when I believed in this subject and I went to Umang immediately said no, because not of the story, because he did not wanted to direct another biopic. And then when he saw the footages, he said, let's do it. So I'm thankful to Bhushan ji, Vashu ji, Jackie, Deepshika, who came along and believed in us. And this is our first production, and we have produced this. And I was waiting for this day to come, and I could see that after the trailer, with the tears of Aishwarya Rai Bachchan in her eyes. And thank you, Randeep. You have really, really worked very hard in this film. Thank you so much, mere bhai. You have given a lot to this film. Richa, thank you for accepting this role. Darshan, thank you. Kiran sir, thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Manu. And all my team. And special thanks to my best friend who supported me in this film is Neeraj. He always tells me not to take his name, but I want to really thank you. You have been a great support on this film. And I can't take everybody's name, but I'm thankful to each and every person of my team, whether it's Zafar, Akshay, or art department, or Shail, Pritesh, Rajesh, Jayesh. Everybody has worked. Kush, thank you so much for all your support. Thank you so much.
From Pinkula.
Hello.
Hi. Ma'am, this role is emotionally demanding and draining. What was the kind of
Had crossed, and still, unfortunately, he did come back to India in a coffin. I had to pay my ode and respects, and I was happy to come on board.
Hi, Omang. Omang.
No, wait, just a minute. Randeep had to answer
Sorry, bro.
this.
Can you repeat the question?
What preparations?
Well, first time I had seen all those footage, and when he died, I was aware of what that happened. First time I read about Sarbjit movie being made was when somebody forwarded me an article where the real Dalbir Kaur was saying that she would like me to play the role. And I was like, really? So then I looked up, did more research about him, and by the time I met Umang, I knew him very well. And then Umang gave me some letters, some photographs. There was only one video footage. So I went about learning the Punjabi, and then we discussed how do we make a difference in his 23 years of his life. So we went about, we decided that, okay, let's let him lose weight so that, his plight comes across even more to the audience. So that took me a lot of time and a lot of unhealthy things. So that was one part of it. And then I realized that, what can happen worst in the jail was the tooth decay. So I went to Canada, and I went for the Toronto Film Festival. So there I met this guy who makes molds, who makes monsters in Hollywood movies. So I got him to make me a mold and send me 3 stages of his teeth. And apart from that, I went through the letters. I made his thoughts mine. I made his words mine. I went through, I think I have written many letters which I have not sent to Monk, and which I will never send, because now I read them and I think they're too personal. I used to sit at home and in the chains and lie in my bathroom for a long time and write letters to Umang as if he was my sister, but I would address it as Umang. Sorry, Umang. If you love me enough, I'll give you those letters. So I went through the whole journey of 23 years. I tried to go through the whole journey of 23 years of solitude, of the things. The first thing what would a person dream about? What would a person think about lying alone in darkness for so many years? That, as I said earlier, was left to our imagination, because that was not documented. So as a person, I thought how to make it real for myself is to try and go through it, through the starvation, through the solitude, through darkness. Your mind plays tricks on you when you're in the dark, man. You talk to yourself, and all kinds of things happen. So I think it's one of the most prepared roles of mine, and it took me a few months to get the mindset. And Umang was actually going to shoot the Dabang village portions till he dropped the bomb on me before Diwali and said, I'm going to shoot this. So I had a very short time to catch up with the weight loss, but I did it, and somewhere that has instilled in me a sense of belief and a sense of my own willpower, which I think will help me in other parts as well.